Hello everyone, Jacquie Edwards here for another Live at Lunchtime. This will be my last regular one for a couple of weeks as I am going off traveling. Well, I guess not really mostly holiday, it is mostly business that we're going for. But we are going to Bali, which is quite exciting, so it's a wonderful place to be able to do business and attend a conference at because you can have a bit of work and a bit of fun. And I'm looking forward to a bit of sunshine and heat as I've been absolutely freezing. I'm wearing my big fleece right now because it's freezing here. Anyways, so I'm really excited. I'm just packing. If you can see all my suitcase there and all the stuff all over the floor that I'm trying to get packed up. So I'm just in the middle of packing because our flight leaves tonight, so a little bit last minute. But yeah, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about focus. I was just been writing. I spend a couple hours every morning writing on my new book that's going to be coming out early next year. And I had a quick session in the book about choosing your property strategy. So my book is a rent-to-rent guide on kind of getting started and the kind of a step-by-step manual basically on getting started with rent-to-rent. But I do have a section in there about picking your strategy because while rent-to-rent is a property investing strategy, really a property business, it's kind of an underlying strategy that can be used with other strategies. So, for instance, you can have a rent-to-rent that you turn into an HMO, or a rent-to-rent that you do service accommodation, or there's commercial buildings. So there's a lot of options that you can use alongside of rent-to-rent. And one of the things I see a lot of people do, especially when they're just getting started in property investing, is they jump around from strategy to strategy to strategy. Even within rent to rent, so you say, oh, I'm doing rent to rent, you still need to kind of focus down and pick a strategy, whether that's HMOs, service accommodation, commercial, whatever it is. And I think it's completely possible to, have multiple business income streams and run multiple businesses, but it takes time. And I think, and I've seen a lot of research on this, and a lot of other people say this, is that you need to focus on one thing at a time, get that one thing up and running, get it so that you have a team that's supporting you and that you can pull yourself out of working in that business every day and then go and start the new one. So if you want to start a property business, there are so many amazing strategies out there. I know I tried a whole bunch of them when I first got started. It was my experience. I spent 6 months trying to do all the strategies. And at the end of that 6 months, I had absolutely nothing to show for it. So once I focused on rent to rent and said that we are going to do rent to rent HMOs for young professionals in Oxford, things started to fly. So I was able to start building up solid, consistent momentum by doing the right things every day. And then the projects and the deals started coming in and things started happening. But I had to focus down on that, which is very difficult. I'm somebody that likes to have a million projects on the go at any one time, so it can be very difficult, I know, to focus. And it can start to feel like you're a bit trapped in there. I tend to feel like that when I start thinking, oh my God, the only thing I can do is this rent-to-rent thing. It isn't the only thing you can do forever. You just have to get it to that place where it is running and it's systemized and other people are managing the day-to-day side of it for you. And then you can move on to the next strategy and the next strategy and the next strategy. And if you do it properly and set up everything correctly, I mean, that doesn't have to take years and years and years. It can take, 12, 16 months to get it all set up, systemized, and handed over to somebody else. It can take less time if you start from the very beginning with a partner and a plan to do it that way. But I really believe that you need to focus in there on one strategy and one specific niche within that strategy. Focus on that. Get that up and running in your target area before moving on to the next property strategy, the next business, whatever it is. Oh, and there's a phone call coming in. Let's see if I can just turn that off. Yeah. So, and making sure that you've got that one strategy sorted out, you've focused, you've got it up and running, and then you can move on to the next project and the next strategy. And once you've got to that place of kind of financial freedom or whatever, then if you want to jump around, by all means, go for it. I must admit, I do quite a lot of different things, and not all of them have finished before I moved on to the next one. But I've got the underlying kind of financial income coming in that I don't need to worry about all of my bills getting paid with before moving on to the next strategy. So we've got the rent-to-rent business here in Oxford. It's up and running. I don't have to be involved in the day-to-day side of things. I am still involved in the management. We've got key reporting times, regular update meetings, that type of thing, but I'm not involved in the day-to-day management of all the aspects of the properties. So I do have that space to be able to go and work on other projects. It did take me quite a while to get there. It doesn't need to take you that long if you just learn from people that have gone and done it before. There's so much information out there that you can learn a lot from other people so that your journey is a lot easier. But keep it focused, one thing at a time. When you put together your business plan, make sure you've got one strategy in there that you're going to focus on 6, 12 months. Then you can say, all right, once I've got that one done, this is what we're going to move on to. Completely fine, because I know it's nice to have something to look forward to in the future, a nice change. But for now, stick with one thing, focus on, and get it done. And that's all I've got for today, because I've got to go finish doing my packing. I've got to buy a few more bits before we fly out tonight. So I will catch up with you, probably not tomorrow, because it's a long flight, so I'll be traveling all day tomorrow. But hopefully, I think Thursday we should be in Bali, so I'll try to give a quick update then, show you around a little bit. Otherwise, have a great time, and I'll see you soon.